One Gospel, version 2, part 126. The tomb is found empty by the women. Matthew 28, 1 through 15. Mark 16, 1 through 11. Luke 24, 1 through 12. John 20, 1 through 18. And after the Sabbath was past, Miriam from Magdala, and Miriam the mother of Yaakov, and Shlomet bought spices, that they might come and anoint him. And very early in the morning, at the early dawn, on the first day of the week, Miriam from Magdala and the other Miriam came to see the tomb when the sun had risen and it was still dark, bringing the spices which they had prepared. And they said among themselves, Who shall roll away the stone from the door of the tomb for us? And behold, there was a great earthquake. For an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled away the stone from the door and sat upon it. And his appearance was like lightning, and his clothing white as snow. And from fear of him the guards shook and became like dead men. And when they looked, they saw that the stone had been rolled away from the tomb, for it was very large. Then she ran and came to Shimon Kepha, and to the other disciple whom Yeshua loved, and said to them, They have taken away the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him. Then Kepha went out, and that other disciple, and they were coming to the tomb, and the two ran together, but the other disciple outran Peter, and came to the tomb first. And he, stooping down, saw the linen strips lying, yet he did not go in. Then Shimon Kepha came, following him, and entered into the tomb, and saw the linen strips lying, and the handkerchief that was on his head, not lying with the linen strips, but folded up in one place. Then that other disciple, who first came to the tomb, also went in, and he saw and believed. For they did not know the scripture yet, that he must rise again from the dead. Then the disciples went away again to their own home. And they entering into the tomb, and did not find the body of the Lord Yeshua. And Miriam stood outside by the tomb weeping. And it happened, as they were greatly perplexed about this, she wept, and she stooped down and looked into the tomb, and behold, two angels placed by them in white shining garments. They saw a young man sitting on the right, clothed in a long white garment, one at the head and one at the feet, and where the body of Jesus had lain. And they were amazed and afraid, and bowed down their faces to the ground. And they said to her, Woman, why do you weep? She said to them, Because they have taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him. And the angel answered, and he said to the women, Do not fear, do not be amazed, for I know that you seek Yeshua of Nazareth, who was crucified. Why do you seek the living among the dead? He is not here, for he is risen, as he said. Remember how he spoke to you when he was still in the Galilee, saying, The Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men, and be crucified, and the third day rise again. And they remembered his words. Behold, come see the place where they laid the Lord. But go away quickly, and tell his disciples in Kepha that he is risen from the dead. And behold, he goes before you into the Galilee. There you shall see him, as he said to you. Behold, I have told you. And they went forth quickly and fled from the tomb. And they trembled with fear and were amazed with great joy. And they said nothing to anyone, for they were afraid. They ran to tell his disciples. And when he had risen early the first day of the week, he appeared first to Miriam from Magdala, out of whom he had cast 7 demons. When she had said these things, she turned back and saw Yeshua standing, and did not know that it was Yeshua. Yeshua said to her, Woman, why do you weep? Whom do you seek? She, supposing that he is the gardener, said to him, Lord, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away. Yeshua said to her, Miriam. She turned and said to him, Rabboni, which is to say, Teacher. Yeshua said to her, Do not cling to me, for I have not ascended to my Father yet. But go to my brothers and say to them, I ascend to my Father and your Father, and to my God and your God." Miriam from Magdala went and told the disciples, those who had been with him, as they mourned and wept, that she had seen the Lord, and he had spoken these things to her. And they, when they had heard that he was alive and had been seen by her, did not believe. And as they went to report to his disciples, behold, Yeshua met them, and saying, "Greetings." And they came and held him by the feet and bowed to him. Then Yeshua said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go away, tell my brothers to go into the Galilee, and there they shall see me." And when they were going, behold, some of the guard came into the city, and reported to the chief priests all the things that had happened. And when they were assembled with the elders and had taken counsel, they gave sufficient money to the soldiers, saying, "You say his disciples came at night and stole him while we slept. And if this is heard by the governor, we will persuade him and free you from anxiety." And they took the silver and did as they were instructed. And this word was spread abroad among the Yehud until this day. And they returned from the tomb and told all these things to the 11 and to all the rest. And it was Miriam from Magdala and Jochannah, and Miriam the mother of Yaakov, and the others with them, who told these things to the apostles. And their words appeared to them like idle tales, and they did not believe them. Then Kepha arose and ran to the tomb. And stooping down, he saw the linen cloths laid by themselves, and departed, marveling to himself at what had happened.